straight up, I guess the law of attraction, the way I see it and try to use it now, is always bringing me events in my day to help me. It's they call it God's God's loving messenger of truth to you. The law of attraction is God's loving messenger of truth to you to bring you events, and it could be an angry email that upsets you, or what one example for me, I've got my rope float company, Wear the Rope, and the other day I just googled Wear the Rope to find my own website for some reason, and I saw the top website came up was what you'd see as like another rope float company was the first.
Same name.
They're
Oh
not
no.
the same name, but they use our brand like as SEO. So it appeared as a Google ad when you search for my brand. Theirs was the number one search.
Don't plug them. Don't say who it is.
but they it's Octomoves, but I'm not. But I didn't want to say it because I don't want to seem it. But anyway, they that really triggered me, right? Like, and that trigger's only coming from a scarcity place, because what does it matter? Like, if everything's abundant and you attract it anyway,
reach out, collaborate. It's like,
but I still had anger about that in me. So, and I was on Zoom to my friend Ed, and I said, Ed, I need to go away a second, and I muted it. And I've got some punching gloves, but I don't actually wear them. I grabbed them by the Velcro wrist. I grabbed that and I just let it go at a wall. So there's definitely some grief in and scarcity below it. But what I have to do is, what I'm trying to do is honor the feeling that I'm feeling now, which was that anger, but not project it. So rather than, I'm going to fucking sue you, that the email that you could write to the person, it's like, get it out, express it, like the child having the tantrum, right? And below it, there'll be grief. I didn't really get to the grief yet, but it's like that was in a moment that happened. I expressed my anger. Like people have a baseball bat and a punching bag or something, like, because it's in the body, right? It's there. It wants to be like the kid who they're not controlling it. It's just happening. It's flowing. So it's trying to get that anger to flow and to chip away, because I think a lot of us have a lot of anger, and I think that's more than we realize, right? And it comes out in sarcasm. It comes out in the way we write things and the way we judge someone or something like that. And so do that, and then I had a calm interaction email with the person, and I've spoke to him to change it, and then he didn't change it, and then yesterday I'd seen that it was still up, and then had a calm interaction, and he's changed it now, and now it's actually
back to the wall.
No, back to the wall. But it's like, that is a moment for me. The law of attraction brought me that, not to what happens is when we get brought these law of attraction brings us things that trigger us, they're triggers. We don't recognize it as that opportunity, and that's something I only learn't recently to try and do, and it's still a challenge, because in the moment you really want to throttle someone or whatever it is, like still getting cut by like cars in traffic. You just want to, that's whatever it is. The trigger for different people have different triggers, and it's amazing that I can't remember. There was another trigger that was so, like, I'd be embarrassed to tell you what the trigger was, but there's something that triggered me, and I was at the back of the wall, and so when these things happen, I try to recognize it and then go into the feeling, but without projecting at another soul. Like, that's really, because that's what we've kind of learned and mirrored to do from other parents and TV and everything. It's like, this person's done this to me, so I need to get them back. And it's like, so it's trying, that's kind of an example of like, looking at where the law of attraction is bringing, and it will bring you good stuff as well to show you good things about yourself and that, but it's just recognizing, if I can call them negative, like a trigger for an emotion that's just there. It's like, it's just there. Like, someone else could see that and not be triggered at all, but for me it was.